Okay, hello. This is gonna be a Don't Starve playthrough, I guess, but I'm also gonna be doing a bit of a guide. So, yeah, here we are, day one. Hopefully try and show you how to survive quite a few days. So, we've got a lot of flint here, that's good. Flowers, you want to pick up flowers. They do boost your sanity when you pick them up. I know when you start you have max sanity, but if you pick up 12, you can make a little hat, and that will make your sanity go up, and that's just really handy. So, yeah, you wanna get as much food as you can, and you wanna start gathering resources like sticks and rocks and flint and all that. Yeah, there's a wormhole. I've said many times what they do in the series, so don't worry. Yeah, if you are a seasoned player, I don't think you're watching this for the guide because, yeah, you'll probably just be watching it as a playthrough. But yeah, that's what it is. It's a guide, really. You can sort of just follow what I do, set up your base the same style, and yeah, you should get pretty far. I am playing on an easier world, so I do have a longer summer. I have a few more like rabbits and a bit more food and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, also I have a few mods running, but they're not major mods. They just sort of they're mostly just to indicate like health. And then there's also a mod that gives me a few more map icons for like beefalo and stuff, which is handy because yeah, just is. You can imagine why, and maybe you can't depending on how much you've been playing this game. So yeah, we want to start building some traps straight away because this is sort of where we're just gonna set up a hunting camp. Because there's tons of rabbits everywhere, and that's just handy. Like during winter, we can come here and we'll get a fire pit going, and we can spend a night here and just do a heap of hunting and get about 10 or 15 morsels and just take them back to base, chuck them in an ice box if we get one. Hopefully we will. Yeah, and that's pretty much our winter plan. Just hunt rabbits because rabbits don't go away during winter. We won't be able to grow things on our farms, which is very bad because yeah, I don't know why farms just don't grow during winter. It's really painful. So you will see a few guides that say don't set up camp at night time. Just get a torch and run about. That's a stupid idea. You don't want to do that. That's just silly. Because at night time you want to set up a camp, cook up all like your carrots and berries that you found. If you have, cook a mandrake, just skip the night because it's really boring. Yeah, you don't want to run around with a torch because then you have to eat raw food and you just don't get as much bang for your buck. It's not so much just worth it. So yeah, we haven't explored a whole lot, but we're just gathering resources. And yeah, we are going to pick up this poo because beefalo poo is really handy. You can get it from pigs as well. I'm picking up this man. The handy tip is for foraging that you probably noticed I'm not clicking on everything. I'm not clicking to walk. You can use the WASD keys to walk. Probably work that one out. That's a gobbler. I'll explain about them in a moment. But you can actually just hit space to interact with the nearest object. Can get a bit annoying because like, as you see here, I almost picked up that stuff there that I don't like. You only need it for gunpowder, and that's later on. So you can sometimes pick up the wrong items, and like later in the series, I'm trying to pick up rocks, and I jump into a sinkhole accidentally. But yeah, so you can keep exploring during dusk. So you can make these garlands, and they're really handy. They make your sanity go up during the day. I don't know if they do anything during night though. Bit painful. So yeah, so a gobbler, they sort of like, you find them they'll pop out of berry bushes and scare the heck out of you. It's really annoying. But they eat the berries off your bushes. So if you have your own little berry bush, you don't want to have a gobbler living near you because it'll go and eat all your berries, and it's just painful because you want your berries for making meatballs and jam. No, you don't want to make jam. Jam's pretty useless. But yeah, they're good on a crock pot because they just take up space. Yeah, so can't see much because I have the brightness down on my computer, and because I've got not much charge. Oh yeah, we've got a mandrake following us. We picked up a mandrake during dusk, and they won't just come up and die. These mosquitoes are attacking these beefalo are attacking a mosquito. That's why you don't want to piss off the herd of beefalo, because that will happen to you. But yeah, and then the mandrakes, they just run behind you and they I can't make the noise, but it's the most annoying thing. It's like even worse than when you're trying to get to sleep and there's like a mosquito buzzing around your head, and like it just doesn't go away, and then you wake up with like 80 mosquito bites all over your face. Picking one of these at dusk is even worse than that. And then yeah, and in the morning they will go back into the ground, but I always forget to pick them up. Ooh, found a grass suit. Grass suits aren't that amazing. They're just basic armor, really, but they can be handy. They're handy, I guess. So yeah, it's going night, so I need to make a fire now, because without a fire, you might think, oh, I'll just hang around in the dark. You can't just do that. You will die. There's a thing called Charlie. If you're familiar with the lore of this game, Charlie was actually Maxwell's assistant when he was trying to become a magician, and I don't know what happened to her. I think she became. I always imagine her as a wolf, sort of giant wolf thing. But basically, so I'm just cooking a mandrake because it skips the night and it'll take me to the next day. So that mandrake's planted itself, but I'm an idiot, so I'm going to walk past it. And I ate a mandrake, and because I did it during the day, it'll take me to the next day and almost fully restore my health and my hunger. My hunger and health was pretty high, so it restored them fully. It's quite good. But yeah, Charlie, and basically you'll hear like a swooping noise, and then you'll take 60 damage, and that just happens all night, every few seconds. So you do need a fire. I can't say that enough. You need a fire. So here's a swamp here. Well, not where we are all that much. Yeah, there's a swamp somewhere here. You definitely don't want to live in a swamp. It's just one of those big no-nos. Because there's like these giant tentacle things that just pop up, and they're really painful. They do a lot of damage. That's monster meat. You get it from spiders. You don't want to eat monster meat unless you're playing as like Weber. But that would mean you'd have to have the region of Giants DLC, and it's quite actually hard to unlock. So you probably know what you're doing, and you will know not to eat monster meat. But yeah, so you never want to live in a swamp. It is handy to have one near you, because you can get what's it called? Like if you're fighting a spider queen or you piss off a herd of beefalo, you can just get them to follow you into a swamp, and hopefully a tentacle will appear and like beat the crap out of them and kill them for you. And if they take out one of the tentacles, it'll do it has, I don't know if it's definite, but I know it has a rather high chance of giving you a tentacle spike. And they're like a spear, only they're much better. They do a lot more damage. They're really handy. Another thing this is how you want to kill rabbits. If you don't have a trap, this is how you hunt rabbits. You drop a carrot on the floor, wait for them to come, and as soon as they bend down to nibble it, attack them. You just click on them and then kill them all. And you get your rabbit and your meat. And I don't know. I've got a full inventory. I'm gonna eat up some berries. Because yeah, I have full hunger, but berries are good to eat. And I'm gonna drop this carrot and try and kill that rabbit over there. So yeah, this is probably gonna be one of your main sources of meat as well. This is gonna be a hunting camp, so I'm only gonna come here every few days. So I'll probably just set up some traps everywhere. Like, just put them directly on top of their mounds. Yeah, that was a fail. He even got my carrot. But if you put like a trap directly on top of their mounds, or as close as you can get it, most of the time as they go to walk into it, they will just sort of like they'll just get trapped by it, and then you can just clear out all the traps. See that there was a frog. Frogs are just really annoying. they like do this lick attack where they hit you with their tongue. It doesn't do a massive amount of damage, but it makes you drop items in your inventory, and it can be rather annoying. But yeah, you have to know your difference between the two different types of ponds, because if you do, you can sort of like you can get unlimited fish. Because there's mosquito ponds that are like the more black ponds, like that one there in the top corner. That's a mosquito pond, which means I'm pretty sure it is anyway. Mosquitoes will come out. Yeah, it is. Mosquitoes will come out of at night, dusk and night, and you don't really want to fish in one of them because they'll just keep attacking you, and it's really annoying. But if you live, but they don't come out at day, so you can fish at one of them during the day, and then there are and then there's the other ponds that frogs come out of, but they go away during dusk. So like once it gets near dusk, you can leave the mosquito pond and go to a frog pond and fish there. And fish is really handy. I'm pretty sure it goes away you can't get it during winter because ponds freeze over. But yeah. You're going to hear a bit of background noise at the moment, but don't worry about it, that's my fault. Might not even hear it because my mic isn't very sensitive. It's not, it's just an inbuilt mic. Oh my god, I keep picking these mandrakes, it's just so annoying. They just don't leave you alone, and the worst thing is you can't kill them. So I think if you hold control, I don't know, one of the buttons near your space, you can actually, attack them instead of just examining them, but they're annoying. I wish he would just come here and jump and put his ass down on this fire and get cooked. So I'm gonna cook this meat. This is just because it's early game and I haven't set up a proper base. So yeah, I'm trying to kill that mandrake, but I can't. I'm just gonna eat this carrot. No, I'm gonna cook it and then it can go on my carrot stack. But yeah, I have got hundreds of tips on how to keep food for longer, especially if you don't have an icebox and it's handy. I'll probably be mentioning them later in the series, I guess. But one of the things you want to do is, you don't want to cook food, like, straight away. You don't want to, like, say, spend a day hunting, and then that night go and cook the food. Because, unless you're going to eat it, you want to, like, only prepare it when you need to eat it. It's like in real life. You don't go shopping and buy a bunch of stuff and then leave it in the fridge for a month, then eat it. Because it won't be as nice. So, like, yeah, you get all your food, and you generally put it in your icebox. If you don't have one, don't worry. You can just put it in a chest. You can make, like, a special food chest. Or you can just get, I don't know what I'm adding. Fuel if I'm going to cook a mandrake. I don't know if I am, though. I might cook a mandrake just in front of this dude, just to scare him, so that he puts himself in the ground. Before I put himself in the ground. Anyway, but, so yeah, where was I? So, you can get, like, a special chest for food. When I say special, I mean it's not going to be a chest that does anything for your food, but it's just so you know that's where your food is. But, and then you want to cook your meat, or your berries, or your carrots, or whatever, like, as it starts to go stale. See, I always forget to pick up those mandrakes. I don't know why. I just do. I really should. I don't know why I didn't build my hunting camp right here, though, because, like, why I don't build my hunting camp right there, because there's more rabbit holes, I guess. But, yeah, so there's a wormhole here. I jumped through one earlier, and I didn't explain what they do. Basically, they'll take you across the map to a random thing, not a random one, to the other wormhole. So if you jump through it, you're always going to land in another, you're always going to go one to where you think it's going to go if you've been through it before. Like, you're not going to jump in one, it's going to take you to a random place. Unless it's obviously the first time you've jumped in it and you don't know where it's going to take you. But, that's a bit of a confusing mouthful to get your head around. But they're very good for travel, if you want to explore. And, the only problem is they cost a bit of sanity. That's why I want to, like, be picking up all these flowers. That there, to my left. At the time, I didn't realize, but that is actually a that's actually a walrus hunting camp. During winter, it'll open up and it won't be locked. So you can see on my map, there's an icon for it, and I only just noticed that then. Is locked, yes. And that's what a normal pond looks like. So I don't even know how I got them mixed up. But there's the Macintusk, I think. They're like walruses. And there's like they're the hunting crew, and during winter they'll spawn there, and you can basically kill them. I don't know why, but you have a chance. I think you have a 25% chance to grab his to take his hat off his dead body, and then you have like a 50% chance to pull his teeth out of his dead body. But yeah, you do have a chance to get like his hat, which can keep you warm during winter, and I'm pretty sure it's unlimited use, which is really handy because normally hats just wear out after a while. Yeah, that's a dapper vest. I'll tell you what it does once I've finished explaining this. But anyway, so yeah, and you can basically make a walking cane. You have to fight 2 ice hounds, and then Macintusk, and then his son is useless. He's like a walrus, like a small walrus, but he's pretty useless. He's easy to kill. He just sort of runs away. He doesn't do much. But they respawn every 2 to 5 days, 2.5 days, I think, or 2 to 5 days, one or the other. Yeah, and you can make a walkie cane, which is really handy because it's like a spear. Doesn't do quite as much damage, but it makes you move faster, and it's got unlimited uses. And I think you may be able to break rocks with it. I don't know. I've never had one before because I never really build my base near anywhere. But this is where I'm gonna set up a hunting camp because it's got that wormhole. So I don't know. I don't know why I chose this place. But yeah, that's about all. See you next time.